Hey everyone, Pat Mitchell here, and in this free video lesson from TrickTrades, I'm going to show you the importance of technical indicators and the ones that I use. So let's get into it. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video lesson because I have a big announcement and you're not going to want to miss it. Okay, folks, technical indicators. As technical traders, right? We're technicians. We use technical analysis in order to base our trades, right? So the technical indicators that I use they're going to be different from the daily chart and the intraday chart. Okay, you'll notice some different colors that I have and different indicators. So first we'll go to the daily chart. So on my daily chart, I use, let me get zoomed in, I use the 5 EMA, the 9 EMA, the 50 SMA, and the 200 SMA. The reason why I use these specific technical indicators is because they are the most widely used. You always want to choose technical indicators that the majority of traders, whether they be um, institutional traders, retail traders, you want to make sure that the technical indicators that you've chosen to put on your chart they're sound, they are well used, they're popular. Okay. Now, it's funny because I usually tell you, if you go back to previous video lessons, I usually tell you want to stray away from the crowd, right? You want to be an independent thinker, right? But when it comes to technical indicators, you want to use the ones that are actually popular and most people use. So when we go in, this is TC2000, by the way. This is what I use for my charting. When you go into their technical indicators, look, guys, I mean, there's probably what, 50, 60 different technical indicators and then variations of them. Okay. You don't want to use technical indicators that nobody uses, like this envelope channel and Elder's Force Index and I don't know, like all of this stuff. Guys, if people don't use it, it's not going to have that follow through and that effect, okay? Look at what happened the last time SPY, the market pulled back. Look where it bottomed out right at the 200 SMA. Okay, pretty awesome, right? That's the power of these technical indicators, and are the reason why this bounced where it did is because you got thousands of traders that are watching for a support and or resistance area for the market or any stock for that matter to bounce off of. Okay, because it's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there's some support down here, right? you know Going through just like straight up technical analysis 101, which is support and resistance. But if you didn't have technical indicators, this would have came all the way down to like roughly this area, this 248, instead of bouncing here off the 200 SMA. Okay, so they're really important. Um, I'm going to describe now. I'll take a minute and I'll tell you how I use each and every one of these. So the 5 EMA is the 5 exponential moving average. Okay. Do you need it on your chart? No, not necessarily. I use this in my swing trading to let me know the very short term trend is intact. Okay, it's extremely bullish. That's how I look at it. When stocks are above the 5 EMA, I consider them extremely bullish. Trend is intact. Don't even think of shorting them. It's only a long. Okay. So once it breaks that 5 EMA, now I'm going to look for certain things. The 9 EMA is a short-term trend indicator as well, and I consider it extremely bullish as well when the price is above the 9 EMA. So once it starts breaking that 9 EMA, right? You see how the sell-off started to happen, right, in the market? That's because at this point in the market, traders are looking for any reason to basically pull their profits. When you look at this trend, okay, that's this gray line. Here, I'll get rid of this one here. So this gray line, maybe I'll make it a different color here just so then it pops for us, okay? Let's use a nice orange. Okay. So this trend has been holding up since Trump was elected president, okay? So it's been rocking and rolling. And then it did this parabolic advance, okay? Basically, the market went parabolic. So once it does that, people know that the market is going parabolic and they're looking for any reason to pull out their money because they know a pullback is coming. So once it breaks that 9 EMA, guys, look what happened, right? It falls apart, right? You get that fear and that panic because it's no longer extremely bullish, right? It becomes bearish to some extent. And the 50 SMA holds up very, very well. You can see where it bounced, the market bounced off on the 50 SMA a couple of times, right? That's kind of that medium trend indicator, right? And that can be very, very, very helpful. But the granddaddy of them all, the last ditch effort for a stock to be considered, I guess, bullish, right, is the 200 SMA. And that's this red dashed line, okay? So when the market pulled back there, I don't know, a month or two ago, and it bounced right off that 200 SMA, we were watching this in the TrickTrades chat room. And I said, you got to watch this area. The market will bounce there. And it's not a matter of will it, because it will. Just for the fact, and I know that gets to be a little touchy when you start saying it will 100%, but there's a lot of there's a lot of psychology that's involved on this day. Okay, so the market opened up here at 260.86, and it dropped. Okay, it was a big sell-off. Okay, so now people are looking for. You got a bunch of people that are long, that are only bulls that are looking to buy the dip, okay? Where are they going to buy the dip? They started to buy the dip here at this area, but it didn't work, okay? So now, once this area of support breaks, it needs to find some sort of level of support because I can't just sell off forever. It needs to bounce, right? So because of where it opened up, and it was such a long dip down, the 200 SMA held, and it popped back up. It bounced, okay? So this, to me, was a reversal signal. This, however, is not. This looks really bad, guys. Unless there's some sort of really good news here come Monday, the market's going to sell off. And there's going to be a lot of panic. So this isn't only a video lesson that's talking about technical indicators. This is talking about the week coming up, okay? And it's going to be very rocky. It's going to be the market's going to be very choppy come Monday because there's going to be a lot of fear. People are going to try buying the dip. Then they're going to notice that it's still selling off because all the smart money is definitely going to start pulling out. They're probably out of a lot of their positions already as it stands. So it held the 200 SMA. Do I expect it to sell off on Monday? Yeah, this doesn't look good. It really doesn't. And if it does bounce, that's fine. In the morning, it'll probably bounce a little bit, and then in the afternoon, it's going to sell off. Because at the beginning of bear markets, what you're going to have is in the morning, you're going to have a ramp up, and then the afternoon, it will sell off. And that's basically what the market's been doing, right? You know, we get that ramp in the morning, and then it just kind of holds, and that's fine. And then you get the sell-off, right? So you'll have to definitely keep that in mind, because I mean, that's what it's been doing every day, basically. If we go back and take a look at the 3-minute chart here, going back a few days at least, that's what it did. So on this day here, it ramps up, and then some data came out, and then it sold off. Okay, gap down, and then it kind of ramped up, and then it sold off, right? Tried bouncing, couldn't, sold off. Did the same thing yesterday. So that's what we can expect to Monday. So what you want to watch for here, just through some technical analysis, we're going to watch this area. We're going to watch that area, and we're also going to watch this area. Okay. Now the market's probably going to come up to this 261.80 area and then sell off. So it'll ramp up, and then it'll sell off the rest of the day. Maybe test this area twice. And in this area, you can see that that's the VWAP area as well. So pretty important, guys. Okay, so that was the daily chart. That's their technical indicators. The technical indicators that I use. Like I said, stay away from all this parabolic SAR, those little balls that you see on the chart. I know some people use them, and they can be handy, but you got to remember a lot of technical indicators are lagging. That means that the data comes from previous price action, and I mean it helps, but not when you're looking for an entry. Not really. I mean, unless you're using the 5 or the 9 EMA, looking for a bounce, or the 50 EMA on the 1 minute, which I'm going to show you, and how powerful that is. So the technical indicators that I use on the intraday, and I use the 1 minute chart on the intraday, is I'll get zoomed in. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to do this because I get asked this all the time, what technical indicators I use. So I got hit up a bunch of times here from the last video, people wanting me to do some technical indicator videos. So this is basically why I'm doing it. So the 9 EMA, of course, that's your short-term trend, right? That lets you know when stocks, especially when they're selling off, as long as they stay under the 9 EMA, you're good. Once they break that 9 EMA, you can see here how it bounced back up. And then I use the 50 EMA. Now the 50 EMA, if you don't have that on your chart, get it on your chart, guys. That lets you know where you should be taking your covers or your sells on the chart, okay, for your positions. I may have to do a full video lesson just on the 50 EMA because it is that important. Some people will use the 20 SMA, but I find that the 50 EMA is way more powerful. Way more powerful. The 50 EMA is just it's when you see it in action, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So it's something that you guys need to take a look at and do some back testing on your own as a little homework assignment. Do some back testing. Throw up a chart and then put up all the stocks that you were watching that day, as well as the top gainers and top losers, whatever you want to look at, and take a look at how many times the price bounced off of that 50 EMA on the 1 minute. Okay, it's actually really amazing. Now you got to remember though too, this is also the market. So the 50 EMA is, I mean, it's going to be different. I mean, institutional traders aren't necessarily watching the 50 EMA, right? It's mainly a retail thing. So I shouldn't say that because there are still institutional traders that obviously use the 50 EMA. So it's very, very handy. But the main technical indicator, now I can get rid of them all. The one I need that is an absolute necessity is the VWAP. That's this orange, kind of browny orange dashed line. That is an absolute necessity. The volume weighted average price. Okay. Now the VWAP, if you don't have that on your chart, it's extremely important. And the reason why it's extremely important is the best way and the easiest way to describe the VWAP is all the price action that's above the VWAP. It basically tells you that the average trader for that day, for all the positions taken that day, they are above water or green on their positions. Okay? When it's below the VWAP, that tells you that the average trader for the day on that particular stock is underwater. They are red on their positions. Okay. So refer back to my previous VWAP explained video, free video lesson on YouTube here. And make sure that you use it in all of your day trading intraday charts. It's extremely important. And you'll see that if you give it some time, just at the power that is in the VWAP. I love it. I love it. I don't put too much weight into technical indicators except for the few that I use. And the one that I absolutely would not want to live without is the VWAP. All other technical indicators can go. The 9 EMA can go. The 50 EMA can go. The 200 SMA can go. They can all go for all I care. I do not care. But the VWAP needs to stay. Okay? It's extremely important. So, so those are the technical indicators that I use. Now, as promised, I wanted to make a quick announcement. I am running and now this is only for a few days. I got to check the date here. It's March 24th. So on Monday, the 26th, the promotion will be done. So it's only for this weekend. I have a promotion on the intro funded accounts. So basically, and I have another announcement after this as well, so stay tuned. So an intro account gives you a $700 max loss, a buying power of $14,000, and guess what, guys? You're only going to pay $350 for it. That's it. That's all. So basically, you're getting $350 for free. Look at it that way, okay? Pretty amazing, right? So even if you're unsure about wanting to use the funded accounts, you have such minimal risk. It's only $350, and you'll have access to a $14,000 fully funded account. They're amazing. Most of my members use them, and they absolutely love them. You'll have to hit me up. I'll leave my email in the description box below. Make sure you email me because I need some information. It won't be done by a link because this is such a special promotion that nobody else is offering this promotion. It's only solely strictly for TrickTrades. That's it. So I've got one other announcement. I want you guys to know that I have what is called the Consistency Challenge coming up. More details will be coming up very, very shortly. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is for all members of TrickTrades. Now, you got to be a member. That's it. I'm not going to be charging like $6,000 like some of the other people out there. When you purchase a membership at TrickTrades, a guidance membership or a mentoring membership, you'll be entered, okay, for a chance to win $5,000 of my own money for me to put into your trading account. Now you can purchase a funded account, or I'll put the money right into your trading account. I'll put it right in there, okay? So what you have to do over a given period of time, 4 to 6 months, you have to prove consistency, okay? You have to prove that you're a consistent trader. I wanted to do this to light a fire under your asses to help with consistency, so I'm going to put up $5,000 of my own money. There's also going to be second and third place prizes that'll blow your mind. I'm not 100% on the second and third place prizes. I'm thinking a gaming laptop for the second place prize, and then a badass 4K monitor for the third place. So go to TrickTrades.com, sign up for guidance or mentoring, which gives you access to the chat room, screen share, actual trade ideas, market analysis. You can trade alongside me. Man, I mean, you name it. Video watch list every day, daily trade recaps via video, a crazy amount of video lessons. Like, if you guys like my free video lessons, you should take a look at the member only content. So come to TrickTrades.com, sign up for guidance, be a part of our consistency challenge, and let me put $5,000 into your trading account. Okay, guys, have a good one. Thanks for listening. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to leave me a comment in the box below. I love you guys. Adios.